Hello and welcome to the Savvy Gadgetz channel with me, Ven UK, and we're looking at Star Citizen, of course, and we're going to take a look around the hangers that you can get in the game. You can buy these through the store, but we're on PTU 3.6. Okay, so we're going to have a look around the different hangers, the Selfland hanger, which everybody gets with their game package, and we're going to have a look at the VFG Industrial. It's a low-tech industrial one. Now, this particular upgrade is £48, and I don't understand why, because it seems a lot smaller than every other hanger, including the Selfland, because I'm fairly sure the Selfland is bigger. So here we can spawn a size 1 to 3 vehicle, which are just the small medium fighters. So yeah, there's not even, yeah, so all the small Mustangs, the Hornets, they're all small fighters. Although the Valkyrie and the Hoplites, they're dropships, so they're slightly bigger, but they're not huge. Prospector's a decent size, and the Origin 300i and 325A are decent size ships, but they're still small fighter type ships. They're not big, they're not huge, they're not like the 600i, the Hammerhead, or anything like that. So if you wanted to be able to spawn one of those, take a look around it, equip it with different weaponry, change your load out and have a look at it, then you're not going to get that from here. So, how do you get out of this thing? Oh, there's the cross. Right. So this one is the most expensive upgrade, and it's the most expensive upgrade for I've got no idea. Because it's not like there's a secondary hangar that you can go to, and it does look very interesting. But at the same time, why? Why is it £48 where the one that I really like, which is the next one that we'll take a look at, which is the Revelon York, is that much bigger? It doesn't make a great deal of sense to me, to be honest. So let's go and have a look at the Revelon York. Exit to the menu, and then we quickly load up. So, in the universe, just accept the character. That's a real pain in the neck. Revelon York, super modernism. So, I actually quite like this one, and this is a £38.20 upgrade. But you can already see it's a much bigger place. Finding the spawn location is a bit of a nightmare though. Let's trick of the lights. If I remember rightly, it's just over. Oh, there it is. Right. So you can actually spawn for size 5 and 6 vehicles here, whereas in the VFG you can only spawn 1 to 3. So if we have a look at the list of ships, they can spawn the Hammerhead and the Origin 600i. Now they are decent meaty sized ships. So let's spawn one. This will take a minute or two. I'm surprised there aren't any other sort of outlying spawn locations. It's one of those as if by magic moments. So whilst it loads up the graphics, then all of a sudden it will just go ping, and they'll be there. Honest. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay, so one of the other interesting points about this hangar, which I quite like, is these lifts over in the back corners get you up to higher level gantries, whereas the ones on this side just bring you up to there. Come on, you know you want to. All of a sudden it will just appear. Come on. You know you can do it. We believe in you. Oh, that is really taking its time. It's just at the point when you think, right, I'm going to give up. And it appears out of nowhere. Oh, I like the lighting. I do like this hangar, has to be said. It's interesting that it didn't have a smaller spawn spot as well. We're still trying to do it. There's plenty of room on the outset here, although I suppose at a later date you'd be... oh, there's one up. Size 5. Okay, so there is a spot there for a size 5. Although it is probably still spawning the Vanguard. Oh well, never mind. It does do it. I've seen it do it. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, there it is. Look. Finally, that took ages. But still, you can see the weaponry, you can see the size of it. It's a massive ship. The Vanguard is a corvette, and it's one of the bigger sort of attack ships in the game at the moment that you can fly. There will be bigger ones, there'll be frigates. And let's have a quick look at the back door here. Oh look, all of a sudden I can see loads of spawn points. Look at that. Those are for the gantries up there for putting little bits of plants and things like that on it, really. Can I open this? Where's the opening? Oh my god, that was really slow. The world's slowest reacting thing. There we go. We'll take a look inside the Vanguard at a later date. But as much as I want to have a look at it now, that's not what this video is about. So, exit the menu. And off to the air review. Again, annoying save your character screen. Air review, high tech. Okay, so whereas the Revelon York reminds me of Star Trek, this one not so much. Maybe an Enterprise Star Trek rather than later versions of Star Trek. Okay, so what we've got here, we've got a size 1 to 2 vehicle. Don't think I've got anything I can spawn there. Oh, okay, so some of the light fighters. Excuse me, the P-72 Merlin doesn't have a proper name tag yet. But no, there's no buggies. I want to spawn a buggy. Speaking of which, you can pick up a really cheap buggy off of the store for 15 quid. It's like a golf cart. Right, that's a size 3 vehicle spawn spot, so that's pretty good. So slightly bigger vehicles, including the dropships. And a Drake Cutlass. And hopefully further down here. Size 1 to 2 vehicle. So size 4 vehicle. So those are the bigger sort of Andromedas and Aquilers. Hopefully there's another one down here. Don't look like it. Oh, maybe there is. Look. And then here you've got a size 3. Any more? Yeah, there's one more. And that one I think it was said size 1 to 2. So size 4 seems to be the biggest you can spawn in here. So I guess it depends on what you want to spawn, how big you need to spawn your ships. Now hopefully these hangars will be available to purchase in game, so that if you do happen to have a huge ship you want to have a look around in peace without getting it shot up or stolen, then you'll be able to use one of these hangars. Okay, so as I've said, some of these are they're different prices, and the most expensive is the VFG. So that was £48 compared to the Revelon York, which was cheaper. It was £38. Whereas the one I'm currently staying in, which is the Air Review, I believe is only £19. You can spawn a few ships and some bigger ships. But obviously the biggest you can spawn at the moment, which are the hammerheads, you will need the other Revelon York hangar to be able to do that. And like I said, hopefully you'll be able to buy them in game. Whereas so at the moment they're bringing in the whole kiosk buying ship buying things. Like if you go to Teach's in Levski, they've got the ship kiosks there, so you can buy the ships now. And that will be released to live probably at the end of the month. 3.6 has been delayed a fair bit at the minute. There's a few bits and pieces that just aren't playing ball, but expecting it to be released soon. The PT has been opened up for the wider player audience, so get in there and take a look. So before we sign off, let's just have a quick look at the pledge store. Quick game. Okay, so you will find the hangars in the pledge store, but you'll find them under extras and add-ons, and you can see them here. So the VFG, which was the smallest one, which was the industrial hangar, it was £48. Now I don't understand why, because you can only spawn the small ships in it. Then you had the Revelon York hangar upgrade, which was my favourite and could spawn the biggest ships of all, which was really pretty cool, and the one that I liked the most. But that was still £38.40. And the cheapest one, which seemed to offer the most spawn locations and a size 4 spawn location, is only £19.20. So I don't quite get the pricing here. So, but either way, that's the roundup of this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you found it interesting. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification icon so you can keep up to date with our videos. I'll post as often as I can when I think there's something interesting to look at. So, until the next time, I'll see you in the universe. Until then, bye-bye.